Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome then along to Brazil. As you can see, here in Brazil, but it's not just Brazil, it is the first round of Helheim racing then for this whole new season in 2025 on the F1 24 game. There's 16 minutes of qualifying to go. It's a sunny day out here in Brazil. What more could you want? There's 18 drivers joining us here today. It's going to be a good day. I hope you're all having a good day as well. And hopefully in for a good night tonight. I just want to put it out there really quickly. Quick disclaimer before we start today. The reason why you don't see graphics is because my stream is not running perfectly at the minute. It really isn't going great, and it's been quite up and down with the lag. So I have decided to stream through the Xbox at the moment, just to give you guys good quality racing for the first round of this season, of course. But it does mean that there won't be any stream graphics at the moment, so it'll just be this at this minute. But in the future, it'll get sorted. Don't you worry. Hopefully by next week, but if not, should be the week after that. But thank you for joining me. I hope you're all having a great day. There's 15 minutes to go here in Brazil, of course. What more could you want? I mean, it's a brilliant track. Brilliant way to start the season. Some people choose it to end their season here, but these guys want to start it out in Brazil, which is a brilliant choice. And we've got a few new people actually, as I can just I can see on the screen. Then we have got Mr. Elmes in the Haas car that has just crossed the line, and Keltman as well. As I'm just going to quickly, where is it? Hang on. Fastest lap, there we go. The fastest laps then on the screen right now. Elmes 85, the new driver here in Helheim, from what I've seen anyway, unless he's might have been from the this year, but from what I commentate on, Elmes, the new guy in the Haas on top. JC, the man himself, back again in second place then, starting the season strong. It's Keltman in P3. Now Big Bazooms into third place. Now Gambit onto provisional pole position. This man never fails to disappoint, does he? And he's even faster than everybody else that has put a set time already. Now he is on the top with Betty, his teammate, in second place. Gambit and Betty, 1 and 2. Currently sat here in qualifying. That is what we like to see. The two Mercedes driving brilliantly out there in qualifying so far. Wow, that is a good time indeed, isn't it? That really is. For both of them. JC 4, Mike in 5, Big Bazoom 6, Keltman 7, Jono 8, Critical 9. It is Melody in 10, Eldo 11, T-Pain 12, Peter now. The new guy Peter in 13, rated 14. It is Williams in 15, Crazy Hurdler, new driver as well, in 16, Venom, love it, in 17, and of course Back Me God in 18th position. They have not set a time at the moment, everybody, here today, but we still have the rest of qualifying to go, and I cannot wait to see where it takes us. 12 people actually that have set a time so far on the grid at the moment. But here in Brazil, we are currently streaming. It's 9 PM British time at this moment in time. It's actually 10 minutes past 9, nearly. And first race of the season. What more could you want? Anyone in the chat, if you want to ask any questions, or if you want to make your predictions in the chat as to who you think will come out on top on pole position, and also for the Grand Prix, which is up next. In the pit lane is Gambit in the Mercedes, JC in the Williams in the pit lane as well. Melody down in 14 is in the pit lane at the moment. We've got T-Pain and Peter on the outlap, sorry, at this moment in time, rated in in the pit lane, and oh, sorry, I can speak. Just had a big stutter. I know. I've just been thinking. With the teams, I forgot they've swapped around, haven't they? We've got new drivers in new teams. Williams now in the McLaren from the Ferrari. This is what we like to see, isn't it? New people going round the Haas car. But yeah, new people in different teams. We've got some changes rated in the Red Bull. Peter, of course, in the RB. T-Pain in the Alpine. We've got the two boys, Gambit and Betty, in the Mercedes. Gambit was in the Ferrari in the season. I think Betty was in the Red Bull last season. So this is going to be pretty exciting, isn't it? Going into this one with people in the new teams. It's all switched up a little bit, but it's all going to be good, isn't it? With 10 minutes to go on the clock for qualifying, everybody. But I think there's a few people in the chat. I think it says 4 people at the moment. 5 people now, actually, in the chat. I hope you're all having a great day, everybody. In the chat, apparently, the aviation nerd's still there. You were here earlier on, mate. If you are here, still say hello. It's good to see you still here. Long-time viewer. Today, you are, mate. But, yeah, 10 minutes to go on the dot. 10 minutes, there you go. As Gambit and Betty, the two Mercedes, lock out the front row provisionally at this moment in time. It might not stay that way, or it might stay that way. You never know, do you? As the two Mercedes are split by 700ths of a second. And second and third is split by a 10th of a second, roundabout, at this moment in time. But that could all change. That really could all change. And you never know which way it could tip. Right then, 9 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock for qualifying, everybody. And I cannot wait. You know, the first round of the season is always a good one, as Rated retires from qualifying. But yeah, the first round is always good. There's always the hype. There's always the excitement to get the season going again. Everybody is racing at their best. It is always very good in the first round and the last round as well. I mean, you can never beat a season opener because the buzz is always there. I can tell you that from experience from my own league. It is good. But you know, I've got to say, today should be good. Here in Brazil, I've commentated here many times, and it is such a brilliant track to race on and commentate. Hopefully tonight you're going to get some brilliant action on the screen. Hopefully I can give you some good comms on that as well, and with that great mix, it'll be a good stream for tonight for the first round. But here we go. Elmas then in P3, the man that has just shown up on the scene, brand new driver here in this tier, is going to go round again. He's currently P3. It's 1:8.339. I've got to say, qualifying is very, very close, isn't it? It's very close indeed. This is why we love this league. Qualifying is always right in the thing. I mean, it's just, you can't even explain it, can you? Everybody's so close on times at the moment. But here we go. Elmas in the Haas car goes through past the Mercedes, who is actually trying to beat on times. Can he go ahead and do that, though, here in qualifying? There's still a little bit of time to go here in Brazil. 7 minutes, to be exact. Now, what can the Haas do? Into the final third of the track. And I haven't, you know what? I haven't actually got any of the data on the screen. They're not doing it. Here we go. Elmas then towards the line here in qualifying. Still some time for another time, sorry, but this is the time to focus on for now. Elmas across the line. It's 300th improvement, but it isn't enough to go even faster than Betty or Gambit. And unfortunately, Elmas sticks in P3 again. But, I mean, you know what? P3 on your debut, it's not bad at all, is it? It's not bad going at all, and I wouldn't be too disheartened about that. Because, I mean, not a bad starting point at all. Oh, Eldo then into second place. The Aston Martin splitting the two Mercedes cars. That is lovely to see, and it looks like we won't be getting a Mercedes 1-2 for front row lockout at the moment. May that change? May it not? You never know. You absolutely never know, and we'll just have to see if that happens or not. With, of course, 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. It's still a long while. We've still got 6 minutes to go. That is fairly enough time to go out and do another lap, and we'll see who decides to take that bait. But right then, 17 people here in qualifying. We started with 18. One less is rated, has retired. He will be starting from dead last in this Grand Prix. Can he follow Lewis Hamilton, go last to first? Maybe. That would be pretty good indeed, wouldn't it? We'll see how the race progresses. I'm not even there yet, so we'll have to wait. No stream graphics today, of course, so there's going to be no Grand Prix starting soon screen. It's going to be straight through into the Grand Prix, everybody. No messing about. And I also saw an announcement. Mentioning dry races all the time now in Helheim, which is going to be pretty good. I mean, you know what? It gets it done faster, and it's probably a good choice, to be fair. It's pretty good. But I was meant to mention this at the start, actually, now reading over my notes. But from all of us at Helheim, we would absolutely love to give out a big thank you to Batch for his his New Year's Day race, and the huge amount of work he put into it as well. So big thank you to you from all of us at Helheim. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that, and you. But yes, here for the Grand Prix, everybody. It is the first round of the season, like I've said many times. I'm not going to keep saying it because the hype is there. The hype is there, and Betty is faster on time. What a time for him. He's even quicker, and he was already on provisional pole, but he's even further on that top step now. That is what we like to see. He's a tenth and a half faster than Gambit, and brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant stuff from Betty. Gambit is in second, so look at that, everybody. What do you have? We have a Mercedes 1-2. No, we don't. We don't anymore because Venom doesn't want it to happen, clearly, because he slots himself in second place. And the Ferrari is going to stop the 1-2, the front row lockout for the Mercedes. Stops it in its tracks, and with a time of 1 minute 8.122, he's faster than Gambit. He's a bit slower than Betty at the moment. Can he maybe improve? There's 4 minutes to go. Still a bit of time for a lap. Ladies and gentlemen, here in Helheim, I think today's going to be a good race. I do think today's going to be a good race. Like I mentioned, first round of the season. The hype is always there, and the hype will be definitely there for the Grand Prix. Everyone's going to be so excited to get going in their new cars. In the new season, the racing should be pretty good indeed. Just a bit like Austria when I joined. That was good, wasn't it? That was actually really good indeed. And you know what? I don't actually think we can get better than that race. That was a brilliant race. That was for Helheim. Really enjoyed that. And hopefully we can get something like that again. If you guys are listening, because that was a brilliant race. First, my debut on this league, and you guys gave me an absolute stonker of a race. It was absolutely brilliant. It really was. I think I just saw a bit of damage there, didn't I? Oh, I didn't. Into the pit lane goes Venom then, into P3. Elmez now is in second place, and the two Mercedes are split by 2 drivers now. It's getting worse. The conditions worsening for both of them and for the team themselves. It's not what they want at all. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock, it's not too long left for another lap, but there is time for one more if they want to get it done. But they'll have to come out pretty soon. So when will they come out and do that? Yeah, if anyone's in the stream chat, ladies and gentlemen, you got any questions for me, I'll be more than happy to answer them. But I hope you're all having a very good day. And for the first round of the season, it is a brilliant track to start with. Let me just say that. it is going to be good. It really is. And buckle up because we've got a big race ahead of us. We've got a 50% race and it's going to be great. Critical Presence, P10 in the Ferrari. New team for this man as he makes his way then down towards the main straight. And begins his lap again as he's invalidated this one around. He'll go around once more. And with about a minute left, we're going to wait for the last few times to come in. Everybody, most people on their out laps. A few people on flying laps, such as Melody and Back Me God. Yeah, but the rest are on the out laps. There's only 2 people in the pit lane, and that is Betty and Elmez. They will not be coming out again. That is it for Betty and Elmez. And if they come out, they won't be able to get a lap on the board. So this is where it gets exciting because Betty and Elmez won't be improving. That is their time now. They are finished. They are completely done here in qualifying. Now it's all down to Venom and Gambit. More down to Gambit. He wants to get up there in second place or even pole position. And, you know, give Mercedes that chance of having a front row lockout, which if he gets first or second, that man will definitely put them on for a front row lockout. But it's all down to Gambit now as we watch this man. Venom's just behind as well, and Eldo is further ahead. He's 2 tenths faster. Oh, now this is pretty scary. Eldo in the Aston Martin. Is he going to take pole? I mean, it might just well happen. Here comes Eldo towards the line and doesn't take pole. It's 4th position for the Aston Martin. Here comes Gambit then. He's down on time. We've got Critical Presence 2 tenths up on time. Gambit's down. Elmez is in the pit lane, of course. Venom, though, is down as well. So the 2 drivers that are really in competition with each other aren't... Oh, never mind. Gambit is up by half a tenth. But it isn't really going to do much at all. It's probably going to put him in P3. If he is going to improve by that much. But in the final sector, can he do anything? JC to provisional pole, and Gambit can't do anything. He's slower, and 7th is his. JC on pole. It's Big Presumed in 2nd. Betty in 3rd. Venom 4. Elmez now in 5. Eldo in 6. It's Gambit 7. Critical Presence will finish in P8 as he crosses the line. I think he'll finish P8. He will finish P8 as someone's off the track there. It's a Red Bull. But Crit in P8. Williams in 9. It's Crazy Hurdler 10. Then it's Jono. Mike in 12. Keltman 13. Melody 14. Batmigod 15. Peter in 16. And T-Pain 17. Now starting from the very back of the grid will be rated after he retired from the session. But JC, the man on top, stopping everybody from achieving what they wanted today. And he was the man that took it all away here for the first round of the season. The Williams has drove phenomenally in qualifying. If you look at the times, qualifying is so close. JC is 2 thousandths quicker than Big Bazoom's. Just got in there in time. And, I mean, brilliant stuff. It is really, really good stuff from JC. But here we go. Next up is your finish results. Then it is the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Finishing results then, ladies and gentlemen. JC in the Williams by 2 thousandths of a second is faster and on pole position. Then it's Big Bazooms in the Aston Martin in 2nd. Betty comes in 3rd. Then comes Venom on the 2nd row, followed by Elmez and Eldo on the 3rd row. Sorry, that's Gambit and Crit on the 4th row with 7 and 8. Williams and Crazy Hurdler 9 and 10 on the 5th row. That's Jono and Mike on the 6th row. Then it's Keltman and Melody P13 and 14 on the 7th row. Then Batmigod and Peter on the 8th. And then the last 2 at the back. But ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Prix is up next. And normally I'd be saying, what's it called? Grand Prix starting soon, screen coming up soon. But of course that won't be happening because I haven't got the graphics. But ladies and gentlemen, I will stick with you. And the Grand Prix will be starting as soon as possible. On the grid then, ladies and gentlemen, it's the first round of this season. We're going to get going once again. And it's lights out and away we go. JC with a brilliant start there down into turn one. Can he try and stay ahead though? He's got the Aston Martin to try and keep at bay already down the inside. That is brilliant from Big Presumes, already making his mark on the race. As Keltman with a 10-second penalty for a collision with Jono already at the start of this Grand Prix. But never mind that, look up front because JC in the Williams is pulling ahead of Presumes, trying to catch him at the moment. Venom as well is there in P3 and Betty 4. Then it's Eldo 5, Crazy 6. Elmez in 7, then it's Gambit in 8th position at the moment, then Melody. But up front now, Venom getting through past Big Bazooms. He's up ahead now, 2nd place for Venom. Now trying to make the move on JC if he can. He's got 8 tenths between him and 1st place. Can he maybe go ahead and do it? He's got 36 laps to do so. We're on the first one, still 35 more after this one. Still a long way to go in this Grand Prix. It's Williams in P10 then, making the move with Critical Presence as well. Them two seems to be having a bit of a scrap down at the back of this track at the moment. Down, well, the back of the top 10, I must say. At the moment, yes, at the back of the grid at the moment, it's Keltman as Betty getting through past Big Presumes. We make our way down the main straight, ladies and gentlemen. And Betty is now in P3 of this Grand Prix, trying to stay ahead of Big Presumes now, down into turn 1. The 2 Aston Martins hunting down the Mercedes like it's its prey. And we've also got Crazy and Eldo seems to be having a scrap behind as well, which is always what we like to see. But Mike has gone around at the back, and he now finds himself down in P16 with the battling. It's immense at the moment. We've got so much action going on around here at the moment. Big marker board just got hit into then on the straight. As you can see, loads of stuff flying up into the air. Venom leaves the session, so now he's going to be in AI mode. He's going to get overtaken quite a lot. He will get overtaken rapidly, actually, by many drivers. You see already him moving down the grid because these guys are so much faster than the AI that is set here at this moment in time. But lap 2 out of 36, JC is driving a brilliant race. And you know what? At this rate, I know it's early to say, but you know, with this pace, he could easily win it. He's already pulling ahead of the pack. He's 2 seconds ahead now of Betty, now 2.3. Because Betty, I know Betty's faster than this, but he's got to try and keep Big Presumes at bay, and that is the issue at hand here. We've got the Aston Martin trying to catch the Mercedes. Can he go ahead and do it? Yes, he can. Down the outside, Big Presumes into 2nd place, Betty 3rd. It's Eldo now in 4, who is gunning down the Mercedes. He's been overtaken by one Aston Martin. He's at threat of being overtaken by another one. This is going to be brutal for the Mercedes if it happens. Is Eldo fast enough? Not this time around, but maybe soon. It's the first round of the season, ladies and gentlemen. The very first round of the season. And beginning it here in Brazil. Don't you just love to see it? This is what we like to see. Of course, like I mentioned, here in Brazil. But here we go. Crazy. Oh my god, Crazy and Hurdler. This is what we like to see as well. Melody, sorry, and Hurdler. I just said Crazy and Hurdler, same person. Having a bit of a scrap at the moment. The Sauber trying to make the move on the McLaren. Is it possible? Behind that as well is the Mercedes then of Gambit. He is down at 8th position where he started today, and is trying to gain now on Crazy. Can he make a move? Maybe get himself into 7th position. Is it possible? They're all pulling each other down the straight. Nothing looks too probable at the moment, but now you can see Williams down the inside. Oh, that was just brilliant, wasn't it? Side by side from the McLaren and the Red Bull, and they have gone into that corner both together and both coming out of it unscathed. And Williams on the better foot there. He comes out into P9 and ahead of the man he was battling. It's lap 4 of 36, ladies and gentlemen, and the racing has been superb so far. It really has. Qualifying was close. This is close as well. Wow. T-Pain P14, Peter in 15. Are we going to get any battle between these? Seems like we are at the minute. Up ahead, Melody and Elmaz as well. Look at this side-by-side action. Contact running each other off the track there. It's the Haas and the McLaren both going off, leaving the gap for 2 guys to get through. Gambit's up 2. Elmaz now down in 9. It's Melody in 7. Williams in 8. Ladies and gentlemen, that was awful for them 2 guys there, because they've just dropped back a few, but the guys around them, I mean, they really benefited, didn't they? They've gone up a few positions indeed. Rated now trying to catch the guys ahead of Williams, who did get past him earlier on. And he's got to try and keep Elmer's at bay now, which is the guy that he hasn't really had to get contact with. But here we go, Gambit and Hurdler. Look at this, side by side. The Mercedes will have the outside line, which isn't always good, but it's good enough for him. And he goes ahead and takes it away. And 5th position is all Gambit's then on the 5th lap of 36. The two McLarens trying to chase down in 7 and 8 at the moment. And then behind that, as you can see on the screen, is Rated F1 at the moment. Crazy. Trying to make a move on Williams. Can he do it? This man is absolutely going crazy. He's flying through the pack at the moment. He's got 2 McLarens around him, and he isn't scared one bit because he's going to try and switch back underneath. It's not enough for him at the moment. One of the McLarens has got through past him, unfortunately. Will the other one be able to do the same thing? I don't think so just yet, but one of them is already ahead of Williams, and he is driving brilliantly. Betty and Big Bazoom's now up ahead. The two Aston Martin cars of Eldo and Big Bazoom, sorry, now seems to be having a battle. I don't know what's going on there, but now here comes Eldo on Betty down the inside, and 2nd place is the Aston Martins all day long. Eldo in 2nd, it's Betty 3rd, Big Bazoom's in 4, Gambit 5, Williams in 6. Melody now getting into 6 now as Williams drops down to 7, loses that position. Now he's got Crazy Hurdler on his backside as well, who's going to go down the inside into the right-hander. Left-hander, sorry. This is what we like to see. Superb racing, and he tries to get ahead, but he isn't able to do it. Lap 6 of 36 then. 30 to go. Peter with a 3-second penalty in this Grand Prix so far, ladies and gentlemen. 30 second? What am I on about? Peter with a 3-second penalty in this Grand Prix so far. Hope you're all having a great day. Because, I mean, this is brilliant, isn't it? And if you're not having a good day, this has definitely got to brighten it all, because this is good stuff. It really is. Brilliant racing action we are witnessing so far here in Helheim Racing. 30 laps to go. These guys never fail to deliver, and they're doing it once more. The first round of the season. It's got to be one of the best races I've watched so far. It has been pretty good. Venom now on the Red Bull of Rated. He has gone ahead and done it. Further up, Williams through past his teammate Kick Melody. He has gone ahead and done that as well. And Williams is into 6th position on the grid. He has flew through, and now he's got to gain 1 second to Gambit ahead. Is it possible? Maybe. As Betty now, the 2nd Mercedes, is into 2nd place. Big Bazoom's now in 3rd, and Eldo down into P4. He's dropped down 2 positions, which isn't really ideal, is it? But he's down in P4 now. Betty 2nd. JC, though, is 5 seconds ahead. We haven't really spoke about this man much apart from the start. But he has drove, I've got to say, he has drove brilliantly. He really has. This man is driving brilliantly. He's going to continue to do it, hopefully. That's what we hope. But, you know, first race of the season, he's come in and he's showing us all exactly why he's here. He is driving brilliantly at this moment in time. And doing his absolute best to stay ahead at the moment, as Keltman with the 3-second penalty. Aviation nerd. Oh, Interlagos, absolutely. How you doing, mate? Have you just come back or something? I've not seen you in a while. It's good to see you. I mean, if you've just got back, you're missing a brilliant race. It has been so good. It really has so far. Only 8 laps deep, and I've got to say, it has got to be one of the best races I've seen here at Helheim so far. The racing has been phenomenal at this moment in time, and I hope it stays up. I hope they keep it up, because it is good. Back me God with a 3-second penalty. Speaking of that, put me on that topic. We've only got 3 drivers with penalties, and they're all at the back of the grid. So I mean, it's just good, isn't it? Today, it really is. It's really, really good indeed. And trying down the inside is the McLaren. That is lovely. Big dive. He is not scared at all. And Melody is into sixth position. And without even batting an eyelid, I mean, that was just brilliant. Williams RD now trying to catch him, though, and he very much does into sixth position. Betty now being overtaken by Big Bazooms in P2. Here we go then, is this going to continue? I think it is. The battle's never ending here. Betty through past Big Bazooms. He's done it again, and he's now second place. Not the race leader yet, because JC is 5.7 seconds up the road, and he hasn't been able to gain. The man ahead is driving phenomenally, he really is, and driving in a way that nobody is going to be able to catch him here today. He is just driving very good indeed, and flying ahead of the pack then. At this moment in time. Lap 10 of 36 and everybody here in the first round of the season. Not too much going on behind at the moment, but the first 8 laps has been pretty good indeed, hasn't it? And it's been going all race long. You cannot really argue with that. You cannot really complain about that either, because it has been very good indeed. But here we go then, heading down the main straight with the main guys. Into turn 1 we go, and Critical Presence gets a 3-second time penalty. It's Eldo and Big Bazoom still battling, but the racing so far is just something unimaginable. It's been good. Lap 12 of 36, and ladies and gentlemen, and oh, I mean, you know, it's been good. It has been really good. JC 5.5 seconds ahead of the pack. He is driving phenomenally, he really is. I mean, nobody can catch him at the moment. We haven't even had a safety car yet. I probably just jinxed it. You watch, someone will crash this next lap. But so far, no safety car, no issues at this moment in time. But you never know, it could all change. It absolutely could all change. And we'll see if it does change or not. But 18 people joined us. We haven't lost a single driver yet. We did lose one in qualifying, but of course, you know, they're back for the race and still haven't lost anybody yet. I say yet because most of the time we normally lose at least somebody. But no, we haven't lost anybody at this moment in time, which is brilliant to see. Up 13 now, 36. Williams with a 3-second time penalty, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what a battle here. Look at this. We're going to get a move. Big Bazooms and Eldo having a bit of a scrap at the moment. It's the two Aston Martins that just won't leave each other alone. And also Gambit's on the scene, who is able to make that move then. I think the Mercedes is looking a bit on the rear end there, isn't he, on the backside of Eldo? Maybe we're going to get a move between these guys. I think he might just be able to do it, but we'll keep on them because maybe down the main straight. We'll see. We'll see if Gambit can make his way through. Venom and Jono swatch positions as Jono now in the pit lane. It's the 14th lap of 36. We're not halfway yet. We're not too far away either. Only a few laps to go before we reach half race distance then here today in Helheim. A little bit longer before we get there, but of course, like I've said, not too long until before we reach it. 18 people still left, not a single retiree at the moment. JC is now nearly 6 seconds ahead of the pack. He is just crazy. Oh, Gambit is round. Gambit, the man that's won so many races here in Ferrari, is now looking like he might not even be in the top 10. He gets overtaken by a back marker. But wow. Gambit finds himself in P9. Not ideal for that man right there. Big Bazooms with a 3-second time and a T. Still, there's a few more penalties coming in now, to be fair, but we also got the pit stops coming in, which is nice to see. And you know, you cannot beat a good pit stop season in the race, because it does provide some brilliant strategy calls and action. But lap 15 of 36. Then, if we had a 30-lap race, we'll be halfway. We've got 6 more on top of that. As a Haas car's gone round of Keltman, the new driver here in our league. Isn't driving brilliantly, to be fair. He went pretty quick in qualifying, I think, but you know, it hasn't been really his race today in the Grand Prix. Pit stop still coming in. Elma's then with a 3-second time. Oh, big crash for T-Pain. And that is definitely going to be a safety car. Surely that was huge for T-Pain. Oh, wow. Hits the barrier there. Oh, my. That was huge for that man. And he finds himself in the wall with his tyre coming up. We've got a VSC. I mean, wow, that's crazy, to be fair, because that was a huge, massive crash. I don't even know how he did that. Don't know how he did that. But huge for that man. But anyway, we've just lost a driver in the Grand Prix, and that is going to leave us with 17 more left then in this Grand Prix. 17 laps, only 1 DNF. Yes, mate, that is what is happening at the minute. It's pretty crazy. We're doing all right, but in the pit lane is Gambit. We'll see what he can do. Is he going to try a different strategy? Looks like he is. He's going on for some different tyres, and he puts on the medium compound tyres then on his car. Williams with a drive-through penalty. That is not what he wants at all. That is awful as the VSC ends now, and we get racing once again out on the track. And it's Gambit who is out there now in P13. Aviation, I was spectating a 5-lap race with 13 DNFs. Oh, wow. It's huge. I think it's fair, mate, though. In 5-lap races, I mean, normally they just tend to, you know, have a laugh, don't they, really? A lot of people just crash out for the fun of it, but what is going on here? Gambit trying to get through past Elmez, but the safety car is out, everybody. I didn't even realise. Oh, Keltman's out. Keltman's out. I didn't even see. I was reading the stream chat, and safety car being deployed here in today's Grand Prix. Right, everybody, bit of an update. It is lap 19 of 36. We are under the safety car conditions at this moment in time. And we just await everybody to catch up with the safety car, and then we can get racing again here in Helheim. We haven't had a safety car yet. We've had a VSC, and to be fair, we are we are halfway race distance now. We're over the race distance by 1 lap, so we are into the second half of the Grand Prix now, and you know what, it's gone pretty fast, hasn't it? The first half of the race was good racing. Now let's see if we can get that for the second. People are still catching up, but is this going to be the lap we go in? Well, looks like it's not going to be this time at the moment, but another lap around. It should be this one that we go in now. After this lap, of course, we'll be going in. So once the safety car goes in, we should be on lap 21, which means we'll have 15 more laps of racing here in Brazil. 15 to go, and the laps around here are about 1 minute 10 seconds, I'd say. So we still will have a little bit of a while left of the Grand Prix. Of course, it's half of the race left that we will have. And that should be this lap around, hopefully. Not lap 16, sorry. We've got 16 people left. We've lost Keltman and T-Pain. T-Pain with a huge shunt. I didn't see Keltman, but T-Pain with a massive shunt into the barrier. That was huge. And very much explains why he's out of the Grand Prix. But there we go. Safety car coming in at the end of this lap. Get ready to go racing once more then here in Helheim, because it is nearly time to go. Let's get racing again, show everybody. Here we go, down into turn 1. It's JC from Big Presumes, down from Eldo. JC is driving brilliantly so far, but how long for? He hasn't been overtaken all race long. Will it be this time? Here comes the Aston Martin and Big Presumes. It's around the outside, just about edging his car in front, but it's not enough to get through past the man in front at the moment. Eldo as well is on the scene, but Big Presumes is even closer. Can he dip it down the inside? No, he cannot, and JC is safe for another few corners. He is ahead and still in first place. This is what we like to see. JC now, can he try and pull a gap, an impressive gap like he did earlier on? Maybe, just maybe, but the two Aston Martins are looking on their A game after the safety car restart. It's looking like we might get an Aston Martin lead here in the Grand Prix, just maybe, but good job we had a safety car, because it gave the race a bit more energy and energised it a bit more. And here we go, more battles across the track. What more could you want? Here going down into turn 1, safety car, not safety car, sorry, safety car. Williams is in the pit lane at this moment in time, which is nice to see, because maybe it's going to be a new strategy for him, and we'll see what it is on the new mediums. And coming out of the pit lane now, but here we go. Let's have a look to the front, shall we? Apparently still under safety car conditions, but I'd ignore that, people, because we're definitely not under the safety car conditions at the moment. I don't know why it says that, to be honest with you. Hello, y'all. Good to see you, mate. Hello, how you doing? Love Brazil. Oh, it's Uncle Lando back in the chat. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Sorry, I didn't see your message earlier. I think you messaged earlier. Yeah, you did. I didn't see your message earlier. Sorry, mate. But here we go. Oh, someone off the track. I might have been looking. JC. I've been looking at the chat and I missed another big thing. It's JC in the Williams. Unfortunately, because he's done so well up front, he's been up front the whole entire Grand Prix, now finds himself at the back, and it's looked like that isn't going to get you anywhere. That is so unfortunate. He has hit the barrier, he's got wing damage, he's down in 15th position, and the Williams is pretty much out of this race unless he gets a safety car now. That is so sad. He was doing brilliant, he really was. He was flying up in front, but this time around, it isn't going to work out for him. Today, I mean, he was 6-7 seconds ahead at one point, but now it won't swing that way anymore. Eldo is your new leader from Venom in second, then Big Presumes in third, then it's Melody in fourth, but we make our way down the main straight, and the top guys are battling for the big points. Down the inside goes Venom, and is that a move for him? Yes, it is. He takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Venom is the new leader, and he's ahead into the lead of the Grand Prix. Ahead from Eldo. Eldo second, Big Bazoom's in third, Melody in fourth, then Jono 5 at the moment. Then it's rated Betty, Crazy Hurdler. Everybody's so close then at the moment still as they head down into the left-hander. Now the sweeping left-hander, which takes you on to, yet again, another left-hander is Venom with a 3-second time penalty, and rated as well. Venom doesn't want to be getting that, really, does he? Because he's up there at the moment on the top spot of the podium. And is currently dominating over everybody else. He overtook Eldo with pride and now leading this Grand Prix in that Ferrari. I mean, you know, it's quite a normal sight for us, isn't it? We normally see the Ferrari winning of Mixie, but you know, here today it's Venom in the Ferrari. It's still a Ferrari, but a different driver in that car today. But up towards the line, then it is lap 24 out of 36. Making our way on to lap 25 of 36 and leaving us with 11 more to go of this Grand Prix. Down the pit wall, look at that, that was brilliant from the two Aston Martins battling away, and it's Big Bazooms up ahead that goes into second place. Melody going round, you see him skidding through, he just about stays ahead of a few guys, but he is losing a few positions. The ghosting comes off and into the first corner as well. Gambit is at a shocker. The man that's normally winning is nearly at the back of the grid. He has really not had a good race today, has he? It hasn't swung his way one single bit, and that man finds himself down in P14. Unfortunately, he isn't doing great at all, and he's going to try and make his way back up through, but it's going to be very hard with the amount of laps we've got left. It really, really is going to be hard for that to do that. You sound like a legit commentator. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really do. I mean, it means a lot actually. After the last race that I commentated on, it went very, very wrong. Actually, I wasn't on my A game. Thing is, you know when I'm thinking about something else, because I start saying some random stuff. I start talking about some random stuff like I just have now. I missed a completely brilliant move because Big Bazooms is now leading the Grand Prix from Venom as he waits aside. I don't know what's happening here. The Aston Martin, that was an awful corner. He lets his teammate through, I think. Oh, cheers guys in the chat. I appreciate it. I really do. Very nice of you. I think this year I'm coming around. This is my. I think it's my. It's been my 4th year of commentary. 4th year. So that's quite exciting. Probably the British accent, lol. Wish the game had a commentator in game, like the FC games. Yeah, absolutely. Thing is, I'm good at the commentary. It's just the technical stuff lets me down. That's the problem. But lap 26 to 36. Then there's 10 more to go in this Grand Prix. They've crossed the line now. It's Venom that is leading the Grand Prix. He is, you know what? He hasn't really been on the scene, has he? But you know, he's up there now and he's proven himself today. I'm not seeing him around, and he's doing perfectly in this Grand Prix so far. Everybody behind as well, trying to battle through to claim their top spot and claim the spot they've all been waiting for, but at the moment it is looking to swing away of Venom. He has got a penalty, which, you know, on track he might win it, but at the moment he won't win it altogether. It'll be Eldo that will take it because of penalties. But Melody and Betty seem to be having a bit of a scrap, as Melody with a 3-second penalty because of that one, and that isn't great at all. Ooh, getting close on the backside. That is good racing indeed, isn't it? Lap 27 to 36. I mean, the front tyres and the rear wheels there were touching each other going through that corner. And now we wait as Betty is making his way up then. He's in P5. And he's making his way then towards the McLaren. Can he move through past him though, as Elmed gets a 3-second penalty? Just maybe, as the Mercedes is looking for that gap. It just isn't opening up for him here in Interlagos at the moment. not there at this moment in time. But the man with the Williams, the man with the mediums flies through to 4th position, nearly losing his back end as well, going through, and into P4 he goes. That is lovely stuff from the Mercedes. Betty is into P4. Melody now trying to catch him, but that was a good move indeed. It really was on lap 28 of 36. And, you know, not too long left to go at all. About 8 more to go before we reach the end of this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Which is pretty exciting. Last race, the one I just commentated on, my internet went off just before the end of the race, so I completely missed the end, which is absolutely great, isn't it? But hopefully that doesn't happen with you guys today, and we can we can capture your race end. Let's try and get the whole race the whole way through, shall we? And make it a good one. The stream at the moment, we're at an hour and 9 minutes into the stream, and Jono's making the moves on Rated around that outside line. Can Rated stay ahead, or can Jono get through? Jono can't do it just yet, and Rated is into P6 on track. That is lovely stuff. As Back Me God now trying to make a move on Crazy, as somebody's gone around. It's Helmet into turn 1, has gone around. That is not ideal at all, and now bringing himself back on. He's had an awful first few turns there and finds himself down in P15. The 2 Haas cars not running good today. One retired and one down in 15th position. No points for the Haas today. Crossing that line is Venom then, and he is still ahead of Big Bazooms. The gap is 2.1, and pull that back. It is 3 seconds for Venom, 3 for Big Bazooms, and you know, that's quite exciting, isn't it? Because it's good that Big Bazooms got a penalty, but Eldo now makes his way through past, and I mean, that's not good at all, is it? Because now it's looking like Eldo might take the win over Venom. He's got 2.2 the gap, so at the moment Eldo is going to win. There's 6 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Yeah, thanks for you all being here in the chat today. It's very nice to see you. And I appreciate the engagement. It's very, very good and helpful. But they make their way up towards the main straight then. Venom still 2.3, not moving about. He's locked in place, glued where he is, with a 2.3 second gap. And he crosses the line to make it lap 31 out of 36. We're into the lap 30s and very much nearing the end of this Grand Prix here in Brazil. It's actually gone very fast, it really has. I mean, the racing here has been superb. The first half of the race was great. First 8 laps, to be particular, that was good, it really was. And I'd argue one of the best star race we've had here at Helheim that I've commentated in. But to Aston Martin's not giving in then in P2 and P3. And, I mean, to be fair, it would have been a bit better if Big Bazooms didn't have a penalty, and then they could have tried to get themselves an Aston Martin, 1-2 in this race. That would have been a pretty cool idea for the Aston Martin guys. I'm not sure if that's going to happen anymore, but you never know, do you? You absolutely never know. Lap 32 at 36, then Venom is ahead in the Ferrari at this moment in time, and he's 2.3 ahead. Like I've said, he's glued where he is. He's not moving about now. 2.5 is the gap. It has finally changed up a little bit on the track, but not too long left now. 4 laps to go, everybody. We're in the latter stage of the Grand Prix and very nearing the end. Eldo is in second, and at this moment in time, will take the win on track, on penalties, sorry. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out, because there's still a few laps to go. He's just dipped his feet into the grass there, and I mean, that's not what he wants to do, is it? Because look, you already see the gaps now, 2.6 seconds, and his teammate is going for the move, so it shows that he's not going as fast as he possibly could be. 16 people left. We've lost 2 out of the whole race. That is Keltman and T-Pain here today. And yeah, T-Pain's crash was pretty huge. I didn't see Kelman's, but T-Pain was big. JC with a penalty, 3 seconds there. It's so unfortunate. He's down in the last position. He had such a good day. He really did. And it just all came crashing down at the split second there. But here we go. Williams in P9 overtaking Gambit. That was a move and a half, wasn't it? He went off the track. He's going to try and stay ahead. How long can he do it for? He's in P9, and he's ahead of Gambit. He's ahead of Back Me God, who is also up on the scene on lap 33 and 36. Down the inside, Gambit's going to send it. Look at this. The Mercedes is giving us some last few laps action here in Helheim. It's at Interlagos, sorry. Can Gambit get through? Yes, he can. But the bigger question is, how long can he stay ahead? Or will he stay ahead? You never know what is going to happen here. There's now lap 34 or 36. 2 more to go in this Grand Prix. Well, 3 more to go, actually, in this Grand Prix, including this one. But crossing that line then for Gambit and Williams and Batme God as well, all crossing together. It's going to be side by side between the Mercedes and the McLaren, as Mike gets a 3-second penalty. And Williams into P9. You good for Friday, Jet? Yeah, mate, absolutely. If you want me back, there's the league I did before this, our league. Like, obviously, of course, you're in it, aren't you? They do Friday F2, and they've said that they might want me. Of course, I'm gonna come back to you guys, but if there's any points that you don't want me, I'll probably go into that. But yeah, definitely message me after the race, mate, and we'll have a chat about it. But yeah, I'm always happy to help you lot. So let me know, and I'll definitely be there on Friday. But here we go. Venom in the Ferrari, crossing the line. And look at that, lap 35 or 36, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix now. That is what we like to see, isn't it? Big Bazooms and Eldo in second and third. Venom with a 3-second penalty at the very end. Another one. Hang on a minute. Is this going to mean we might get an Aston Martin 1-2? Possibly. Just possibly. That could happen. It could happen. Oh, I mean, it might just happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Venom with a 6, Big Presumes with a 3. We'll have to see how it works. Oh, never mind. Betty's going to overtake, isn't he? He's going to overtake. I mean, what really needs to happen is Eldo needs to overtake Big Presumes. Sorry, Big Presumes needs to overtake Eldo and then try and get ahead of it, and that will help him massively. But penalties have come in. As it stands, Venom will lose the race win. He'll cross the line and win it on track, but he won't hold it for much longer than that. He'll come up towards the line now and make it the final lap of the Grand Prix. Once he crosses that line, now here he goes. He flies down towards the line, and it will be the final lap of the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. The Ferrari makes it the final lap. It's lap 36 of 36. And what a race it's been so far. Now let's end it on a high. Venom in the Ferrari has drove pretty good. He hasn't really been up there most of the race, but he really shown his face at the end and proved his worth. He has got a 6-second penalty. So as Peter retires, as it looks like Venom might have done pretty well, which he has got a penalty, and it means he's going to get the title stripped away from him of race winner, as Rated gets a 3-second time penalty. But Big Bazooms and Eldo then, the 2 Aston Martins, are in for a chance of getting an Aston Martin 1-2, and it is actually going to happen as well, I think. As it looks at the moment, it is going to actually, I don't know, it should happen. It should happen, if I am not mistaken. But, ladies and gentlemen, here they are, together, in this Grand Prix. I think it is going to happen, isn't it? On the first race of the season, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, because on lap 36 of 36, Venom will take the win on track. But I think so, as here comes Eldo and Big Presumes. Is it an Aston Martin 1-2? Yes, it is not. As Betty just about gets into second place, splitting them up. It's Eldo that takes the win for the first round of the season here at Helheim. Then it's Betty taking second. Big Presumes will take third position. Then it is Kick Melody in fourth, Mike in 5, Jono 6, Rated 7, Williams in 8, Crazy Hurdle in 9. It is Gambit finishing in 10, Batman Gold in 11, Critical Presence in 12. Then it is Elmes 13 and JC in 14th position, ladies and gentlemen. At the very end of that Grand Prix, I very much hope you enjoyed. That was such a good race, it really was. I actually did really enjoy that one, that was brilliant. I do apologise about no graphics, but it is what it is, everybody. And you know what, it is still provided for some good quality looking comms, hasn't it? But anyway, here we go. Finishing results, ladies and gentlemen. Here today for the first round here in Sao Paulo. It's Eldo in the Aston Martin taking the win then from Betty in second. Then Big Presumes in third. Then it'll be Melody in four with Mike in... Hang on a minute, what's happened here? Where's the Ferrari gone? Down in 15? I don't think that's right. That definitely isn't right, everybody. So I don't know what's happened with the order there. But that's your race order. I don't think that's right at all. But that's it, everybody. Finish the results on your screen. Thank you for joining me. If you've been here all night, I do appreciate that, from 7 o'clock. But if you've just joined at 9 or just joined through this race, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for joining me. It has been brilliant. And I really did enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed too. And of course, I'll be back next Sunday for both of the leagues that I'd normally commentate. I've just found out I might be commentating Friday as well. So if you want to join me on Friday, don't be shy. Come and join. And thanks for joining me. I will see you next week. Good night, everybody.